Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning, high stakes speeches, whether it's one on one, in a small group, or in front of a large audience. Today, I want to give you a job interview tip. Before I give it to you, let me kind of tell you a story of what happened to me one time when I interviewed with this one company. It was a company, big company, and I really wanted this job. And one of the things they did was they said, "We want you to come in and give a presentation." And I was like, "Okay, great, I will do that." They sent me their PowerPoint slide deck, I think two of them, and said, "Take some slides and create like a 20-minute presentation." So I worked on this. I think this was, I remember even, the interview was in early January, and I was preparing for this during the entire Christmas break. I think I must have spent 1 week on this, and I had it down pretty good. The day of the interview, I go in there. There were two managers there, and I thought I gave an excellent presentation because I had prepared. I don't think I could have done a better job. At the end of the interview, I asked, "So, what do you guys think of this?" And one of the manager said, "Before you started your presentation, you should have asked us like what was our needs before going into the presentation." At that point, I said to myself, "Oh, there was a real disconnect." In one sense, I was mad because I just was under the impression they just wanted me to show them how well I can present. But that's not how they viewed it. Anyway, I didn't get the job, but I learned a very valuable lesson from that experience. And sometimes you learn more when you don't get something than when you get it. What I learned was in any situation, and this was a sales situation, you never give away any information until you first know what they are really looking for. So if you're at an interview and they ask you, "So let's go into your resume," you shouldn't do that. Big mistake. You need to first make sure you really, really understand their needs, their wants, their challenges, their problems thoroughly before you give them any information. Otherwise, it's irrelevant. You are really wasting time. You shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be even on the phone talking to anybody. If they can't tell you, if you are not able to elicit what exactly is their problem, the situation, the challenge, what are they facing? Because what you have done is irrelevant to them. How well you have done something at one company is not relevant. You need to pick and choose stuff that you've done that's relevant to their specific needs. And in the interview that I had, I didn't do that. I just thought that, if I just presented well, they would be so impressed that I would get the job. And it never occurred to me that that's not what they were looking for. Like I said, at that time I was really mad because I felt they set a trap. And probably they did. Because I think what they found is that this is typically how most people would view this as an exercise. If I had done it the way they wanted me to, I probably wouldn't have had to spend so much time preparing for that. Because I spent a week on that presentation, and at the end I felt like I wasted my time. But afterwards I felt like I learned something extremely valuable. That what you know, what you can do, what your capabilities are not that important. If you can't take certain parts of it and map it to their specific, whether it's a job interview or in a sales situation, to their specific needs, wants, and requirements, it doesn't really matter. So, whenever you have an interview, don't give up any information. Get information, receive information, so you know exactly what aspect of your background, whether it's education, insight, that you can offer to make your case. It sounds simple, right? But I blew it. And this came not at the very beginning of my career, it came much later, which kind of really even upset me even more that why did I not know that? But sometimes when you get into these things without thinking about it, it can come back and bite you real hard. And that's what happened to me. So I just want you to know that I had a bad experience, and I'm hoping the reason I'm sharing this with you is that you don't have to go through that. Don't give information till you know exactly what the client or the customer or the prospect are looking for. Okay, got it? Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching, and good luck with your